The overall purpose of this video is to demonstrate how not to act in certain aspects of Mexican culture. In this video, the first video we will be watching is how not to act in a dining business. Sanchez?
Mr. Smith.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
You got a chance to look over those documents yet?
I did. Everything looks good. I'm really excited to get this project going. I'm excited. It's been a long time coming meeting you, and I'm glad we're able to get everything going.
Glad we could do this.
Yeah, I'm glad we could too.
Thank you for taking the liberty and ordering for us.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
This is authentic Mexican cuisine, Tostitos chips.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So,
So did all the figures look right?
They did. They did look right. We're ready to go. Very excited. So, I see you enjoyed your meal.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
You done?
That was very good.
Well,
yes.
I'm glad. I'll have to let the restaurant know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Well, is there anything else that I can help you out with today?
No, that'll be all.
Well, I'm excited to get things going once again. So.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for taking the time. After watching this short clip, we can see a few things that Mr. Smith did wrong. First of all, he showed up late to a business meeting. Where in Mexican culture it is common for your business counterpart to show up late, it is expected of you to be on time. The next thing that we saw Mr. Smith do was that he proceeded to sit down before Miss Sanchez offered him a seat or told him where to sit. Then, Mr. Smith proceeded not to keep his hands on the table. In Mexican culture, it's considered very rude to not have your hands visible at the dining table. The next thing that we saw was Mr. Smith cleared his plate. In American culture, it is common and it is considered polite to clear your plate, whereas in Mexican culture, it is not. It is considered rude if you do not leave some food on your plate. Also, when you are finished eating, you are supposed to put your silverware with the prongs down and handle to the right in Mexico culture, whereas Mr. Smith did not do this. Instead, he clumped his silverware together and pushed his plate off to the side. That is very rude in Mexican culture. In this next video, we will demonstrate how not to act and how not to react to nonverbal cues in Mexican culture.
Hola, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Gutierrez.
Nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for taking the time to meet with me.
Thank you. How'd those contracts look that we sent you over?
They look good.
Everything's looking
Yeah,
good?
everything looks good except for the price. The price needs to be renegotiated.
I thought you said everything good.
No, no good.
No good?
No go. We need to renegotiate that. Is there any way you can have that done for me in a week?
Well, Mr. Smith, we'll definitely go back to the team, see how they're doing, what they're thinking, and then we'll come back next week and we'll meet again.
Okay.
Sound good?
All right, sounds good.
All right,
Very
sir.
much.
It's all good.
In this clip, we can see that Mr. Smith both acted and reacted in a negative way to Mr. Gutierrez's nonverbal cues. The first thing that we see when the clip opens up is Mr. Smith standing there with his hands on his hip and looking at his watch. This could be because in Mexican culture it is very common for your business counterpart to show up late. However, standing with your hips is a sign of anger or being upset. That is not a good way to start off a business meeting. The next thing we see is when Mr. Gutierrez greets Mr. Smith and becomes very close and starts touching Mr. Smith. This, for Americans, is very uncommon, as we like our space in our culture. However, in Mexican culture, they are a very close culture and like to stand very close when conversing with one another. It is common for Americans to want to pull away from it. However, it is very disrespectful in Mexican culture to pull away when someone is trying to embrace you. The next thing that we see is when they're negotiating the contract, Mr. Gutierrez gives a thumbs up to Mr. Smith. A thumbs up is viewed the same way it is in U.S. culture in Mexico. However, Mr. Smith responds with the thumbs down. This is a very vulgar gesture in Mexican culture and should never be used. Thank you for taking the time and watching this video. My hope is that you learned a little bit more about the Mexican culture and you can take some of these techniques while in the Mexican culture in future business endeavors. Thanks again for watching.